How y'all doing? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Scale of 1 to 10. How you feel? How you feel? Let's tap on in, y'all. We give y'all a minute for y'all for your streams to pop on up so you can understand these notifications. Right on. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. What's today? It's Friday, ain't it? How y'all feel? How you feel today? Scale of 1 to 10, y'all. Let's get it. Chime in. Scale of 1 to 10. So 1, you're not there yet. You're still in the bed. Okay. 5, you good. Okay. You good. But you could be better. All right. 6, 7, no, whatever. You did. Hey, 9, how you feel? And 10, you ready to get it in, y'all. So chime in, chime in. How you feel today, y'all? It's Friday. Y'all made it. How you feel today? Making it today. What's going on, ma'am? How you doing? How's everything? We're gonna have a real good, quick conversation today, y'all. So if you just tuning in and just seeing this pretty face, just know we're about to get it in, y'all. We're gonna be talking about goal setting, but not just goal setting, goal tracking. Okay, and why is that important? Goal tracking instead of falling into obsession. Okay. And sometimes we can do that with the things that we're doing, right? Sometimes we get so fixated on the things that we want to do and the things that we want to accomplish, but we forget to track those things, right? So first I want to give a good morning to everybody, and I'm going to give you your flowers now, okay? You made it today, y'all. Y'all made it. You made it. Yes, you made it. You made it. So now let's get it in. Okay. Again, make sure you put it in the chat. Scale of 1 to 10. How you feel, y'all? How do you feel today? How do you feel? Scale to 1 to 10. We're getting ready to get it. Okay. So I'm gonna say good morning to some folks. Good morning. Give me a second. I'm just getting yeah. Okay. Yes. Scale of 1 to 10. Let's go. What you got? What you got? Put it in. It'll take a second. All right. And look, y'all hit the share button. Let's get this moving. All right. Now, the first thing that we want to do as we're thinking about our goals, realize that our goals are cool. All right. Our goals are great. And that means that it's able to put us in certain situations that we're currently not at. But without some type of structure, y'all, without some type of structure and without some type of understanding, we can lose sight of whatever our goals are. Okay. So the first thing I want to encourage you to do is to check your progress once, not hourly. You understand? This is how you don't get so obsessed with the things that you're doing. Check your progress, okay, once a day. You can do that, okay? You can do that once a day or once a week. Think about this. How many times do you water a plant? Okay. How many times do you water a plant and just sit there and watch it? And then if it doesn't result into what you want it to do, you water it some more. Hmm? Is that you? Let me know if that's you. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes that I fall in that because I get excited. All right, I'm ready to do the thing. Think about those individuals that want to lose certain weight, right? A certain amount of weight. What they do is they get it in, they wake up, get it, boom, go to the gym, and then they get on the scale. Okay. Then later on in the day, they get on the scale again. What do you think is going to happen? Now, don't get me wrong. Things fluctuate, right? That's cool. Things going to fluctuate, but what you want to track is your consistency. Okay, how many days have you done that thing? Now, the next thing is I want to encourage you to think about this. Use your goal tracking like a three metrics. Okay, you want to use three metrics, meaning input, output, and indicators, leading indicators. Okay, one more time, your input, output, and leading indicators. One thing that you did not hear me say is feelings. Yeah. All right. Shout out if you understand what I'm talking about. All right. Shout out if you understand what I mean. So your input is what it is that you putting into whatever your goal is, meaning your money, your time, your energy, whatever the case it is, right? Then your output, what are you receiving back from that thing? All right? What are you receiving back? Then the next thing is indicators. That means Is it working and what's not working based off of what you're doing and what you're receiving back? There may be indicators to let you know you're out of line. Okay, maybe you need to pivot. Maybe you need to do something a little different. Okay, and you can put this into any type of goal that you have, even relationships. Okay, if you are pouring into a relationship, regardless of what kind it is, all right, if you're pouring into a relationship, all right, you need to take a step back and just watch what you receive back from that thing. Okay, now after that, when you're watching and looking at your output, what type of indicators are you getting back from that relationship? And again, y'all, it can be a uh, relationship as far as a uh, husband and wife type of thing. It can be a work relationship. It can be an associate relationship, whatever it is. These are certain things that you should be looking out for if you're interested, no kidding, in a specific goal. Because just doing something just because without tracking it is not setting the right boundary for you. Because sometimes, y'all, we can be doing something aimlessly and just hoping for things to work when you have had multiple things showing you that is out of line and it's not working. Not saying your goal isn't working, but the things that you're doing isn't working. Now, the next thing we're going to do is talk about how important it is to journal. All right. Let me know if y'all journal. Any of y'all journal? Say yes. Let me know if you journal, y'all. Let me know if you journal. Do you actually journal? Do you actually journal? So while you're journaling or even just tracking things down, you want to make sure that you use a sentence, a log sentence. This is the only real time I will ask you to jot down your feelings. Okay, this is what your sentence could look like. Your sentence could look like, today I felt X, whatever that is, based on what I did. All right, this is a way to just go back. This is go back just to analyze your feelings, y'all. This sentence is so important, not just for you, but also for individuals that you are communicating with, that you are mentoring, or even that you're coaching. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I mentioned that. For those of you that are interested in the new year for school, for your child or students or whatever, I have something for the young men. It's called The Power is in the Hustle. Okay, the power is in the hustle. And this is a 52-week journal that specifically leans into the leadership, resilience, and emotional regulation. But I didn't forget about the young ladies. Oh, what you know about that? Me and Simone did this with my daughter. It's called Take Your Throne. Same thing, but it's a different twist, specifically for your young ladies. And no matter what, this is a way to track your goals, but with specific prompts. Okay, so if you're interested in that, make sure you go to the bio or you go to setthespeaker.com. It'll be in the description. But it's so important, y'all. Again, this is the sentence that you'll write down for yourself. Again, this is for yourself. Today I feel happy or frustrated based off of what I did. This is a way for you to analyze if you are in line or if it's an external feeling, but you're still focused on your goal. But you have to be able to call that thing out. What's going on, OG? Thank you. Thank you for being in the building, y'all. I appreciate the likes and loves, y'all. That's good. I really do appreciate y'all. Shout out. So, y'all, we're talking about goal setting, but tracking your goals. All right. How do you track your goals without going crazy and without losing your mind about that thing? All right. So, real quick, we talked about tracking your progress once. All right. Maybe once a week or once a day, but not every hour, every minute. Okay, because you can start to shift and start doing things obsessively without being strategic. Next thing, you want to use 3 metrics, max, only 3. That means using your input, what you're putting in, what you're receiving out, and then what type of indicators are you seeing about that thing if it's working. Okay, and then the next thing we talked about is having a log sentence. Today I feel X. I feel this way based off of what I did. And it's so important to do that, friends, because you're not placing the blame on anybody else. You're not placing the blame on any type of external, in any type of external situation. Okay. You're not doing that. You are, no kidding, having a conversation with yourself and being realistic about what you feel about what you did. All right. Now, the next thing is a weekly review. Weekly review. What does that look like? A weekly review is a simple what worked, what didn't work, and what's next. Again, what worked, what didn't work, and what's next. If you can think about this, friends, everything that I'm talking about is connected. This is specific to you as far as tracking goals. You have to be able to identify the things what worked and what didn't instead of keep doing the same stupid thing over and over. Wait, watch this. What is it when you do the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? Anybody know? Anybody know? It's just a word, easy word. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. All right, what's going on, y'all? That's right. You're insane. Crazy as a Betsy bug. All right. So, what I'm encouraging you to do is to put something in your face. No kidding. No matter where it is. Look, I got one on the board right now. This is what I did. This is what worked. This is what didn't work out of that whole thing. But then what's next? What is next? You have to be real, y'all. You have to be real with yourself. What is next? Because if you can see what did not work, you can still stay focused on your goal, but pivoting certain things. So, but you can still receive that thing of what you want, whatever that goal, you're still able to achieve that goal, right? But there may be some things you have to adjust. Now, the last thing is this: if you miss days, okay, if you miss days, even two, all right, don't spiral. And what I mean by that is realize when it's time to get back off the horse, right? Or if you have to take a knee, if you have to break, take that break, but then go on about your business, get back on up there. Because what happens is your feelings can start to spiral to depression. And then depression will get you into the space that you don't even see the goal anymore. You just see the issue. And majority of those issues is right here in front of you, you all. Okay. So I just wanted to make a quick hello. Hopefully everything is good with y'all. I don't have that much time, but a real quick recap. Okay, real quick recap as far as goal tracking. You want to make sure that you're checking your progress at least once or once a week, not every hour. Then you want to use 3 metrics max, meaning what's your input, your output, and then your leading indicators, not your feelings, not your feelings with this. All right. Now you want to log in a journal about your feelings. Today I did this, and this is how I felt doing that. You have to understand that. This is how you are real with yourself. Next thing is that weekly review: what worked, what didn't work, and what's next. That makes sense. And the last one is if you missed a day, maybe 2, get up out that thing. All right, get up out of it. Don't stay there long. Don't stay there long. And if not, if you don't, you're going to spiral. You're spiraling to depression, or you're going to keep kicking the can. Remember what you said you was going to do for yourself and with yourself. So I appreciate y'all. Make sure you tune in next time, y'all, next week. What's going on? Yes, insanity is crazy as hell. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy your Friday. Take care of yourself and each other. Okay, don't forget to grab that journal. Go to SethTheSpeaker.com and see all the other dope stuff we got going on. All right, talk to you soon. Later.